Hello everybody and welcome to RUSE Online Multiplayer, this time on the map of Handshake over the Elbe. It's a 3 vs 3 map and I'm teamed up with Tupu, Gyros and against Brand News with Germany, Rockstar and Goodfella. I had Soviet Union and decided to go for the heavy infantry research straight away. I planned for moving with armor, infantry and air, and I like the Russian infantry very much. They're the best in this map, particularly this middle zone in which Tupu was there is the hardest zone, as you have to maneuver very fast, you have to make heavy infantries, and you got to push onto the enemy through this these two cities. These two cities quite actually mean everything in this game, in this match at least. If you're able to hold any one of these two cities, it will be better, because if the central player has the advantage, the flanking two guys can move on from their sides too, forming a formidable attacking force. While I was busy researching heavy Russian infantry, my opponent decided to rush. He was having Russia too, but he didn't go for the research of heavy infantry. I managed to finish my heavy infantry research and sent an armored recon along with quite a good number of them towards the enemy. Over here, Tupu engaged his opponent too, and in the cities, I already mentioned, it was a city fight. Gyros was continuously helping Tupu with air units. Well, in my zone, I was actually destroying the units of my immediate opponent, and frankly, his light infantry were no match against my heavy GVARDIYA. I don't know how it spells. Guardia maybe. That infantry, the Russian heavy infantry. Along the central flank, Tupu lost the battle for these cities, as he didn't move his units into a cluster, which appears to me. So he decided to rather stand back and occupy this city. Well, Gyros was the heiress in this game, and he managed to produce a lot of JUs and the JU fighter bombers of the Germans. And he decided to go on and pound the enemy as much as possible. Wow, 4 fighter bombers destroying a barrack. After defeating the instant rush of my enemy, I saw his barrack out there and decided to go and capture it. If I am able to capture this barrack, that will give me a good footage to hold and move on to his base and actually occupy them, because I'll produce tons of Guardia and I'll just spam infantry and rush towards him. Managing to occupy his barrack, I continued to move towards my opponent, and his light tanks T-26 were no match against the Guardia units. As you can see, I just kept spamming my infantry units and just pushed them towards the enemy. Let's watch the fight out here. Now I should capture this armor base. There you go, fanaticism going in. And I finally occupied it. Now I could attack the remaining buildings and units of my opponent using armor as well as infantry. I occupied his HQ, and the remaining of the buildings, the supply depots and all. See, he lost his logistics and his army was clearly visible. I just went down and finished them up. Tupu managed to hold on this part of the city, and as expected, Gyros was making tons of units and just pounding the opponents as much as he could. He was doing a fine job controlling the air. After finishing off with the base of my opponent, I decided to go and launch a sideway attack on Tupu's opponent, so that we can crush him from two directions. Tupu will be crushing his opponent, attacking rather, towards the north, and I will be pushing towards the east. My opponent surrenders, Goodfella, and I was about to attack the rest of the two guys, but the other guy was pounding my infantry units using air, and I decided to make an armor base, an advanced armor base, as well as an infantry and anti-air base too. And I'm going to use this base to attack the remaining of the opponents, as well as capture the remaining of supply depots. Well, I didn't notice, however, that The American guy, he had Pershing tanks waiting to crush, and his Pershing tanks and the bombers just routed a lot of my units and actually killed them too. Well, sorry to say, but my units were just getting murdered out there. They were getting slaughtered, and from the Pershing tanks here and the light bomber raids, they were just hell for them. I wasn't able to move them back so soon. However, I decided to produce the advanced heavy tank of the Russians, the IS-2 tank, and take it to counter the Pershings out here. And also I decided to move a few T-26 light tanks and the remaining of my troops and reduce silence and attack this American guy's base from the back. I applied the rules of reduce silence and well, was checking my units in this way to attack the remaining two opponents from the back, as well as I also decided to make some new advanced heavy tanks IS-2 and push them through this front and cut down this take down these Pershings. However, the second guy surrendered and leaving everything to only one guy. It was just 1 versus 3 now. Tupu did a fine job, and well, he was just pounding the hell out of the American guy's bases using his priests. Sorry, the M40s, not the priests. They were upgraded priests, the M40s. However, he suffered a lot of casualties too, infantry casualties rather. As this army moved from the back, I managed to produce a lot of IS-2 tanks. I ordered these guys to straight away attack this zone and take out his air base. I had a good number of IS-2 tanks by now, so in case he attacks, I'll be able to defend this base. Over here, almost took out his base, and actually we won the game. Very good game to my opponents. Hope you liked the video. If you like it, don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. See you later.